YouTube's going. Do royalty free shit today. My wonderful $200 Elgato Stream Deck has once again decided it doesn't want to work. You get about a 50% success rate on that fucking thing. Jesus Christ. I'm just going to use the mouse. The hell's the point? Play some zombies today. Wife's off work. You're going to roll a little later. Ooh, I possibly could later today. I got, Gertie, you have a good one. Nick, you have a good one. Possibly could later, like at nighttime. Just send me a message later. 50% of the time, all the time, baby. I wish it was 50% of the time, all the time. 10 streams all crossed. We cross and sword fight, baby. All right. So check. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. Swing. Drop me a line. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I could. So what do I got today? I got my physio thing, and then I'm going to do another couple hours of work on this game here later. And then Ann and I have been hanging out. We have like our hour and a half from like 9 to 10:30. But I could probably blast a couple zombies after that. Okay. What are we working on here? Oh, right. I was actually just talking to ChatGPT. Let me get let's get some royalty-free background tunes going on. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, okay. It's just cut off. Royalty-free background music. One sec. I gotta switch my audio settings. How are we? Are we choppy? A little choppy. One sec. There we go. You should be hearing that now, I think, right? Turn that way down. I'm going to turn the quality way down too. And I'll turn off all these tabs that I'm not using. Try and shouldn't even need that up anymore, I don't think. Try and get it a little bit smoother here. Fuck, she's choppy today, man. It was choppy on the last stream too. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what app. Oh, FL Studio's running. That's probably part of it. There's been a couple little tricks I've been able to do. Sometimes refreshing some of these sources works, and then sometimes it just takes a minute or two. Don't need Spotify. You can close that. I do need Reaper. Don't need Discord open at the moment. Still a little choppy. We'll see how it goes. I do have a on my list, my ever-growing list of shit to do is to get a Linux build going on my my Windows machine, and then maybe streaming from there. All right, it's not too bad. Usually as a way of blagging, eating dinner. She didn't want to eat its burrito bowl. Okay, hell yeah. Well, As far as she's concerned, burrito bowls are my favorite food. Okay, so, right. What I was doing was I was asking Chat Japata about this. I always, for some reason, one thing I cannot wrap my goddamn head around, install Mac OS on the Windows machine. Can you do that? I didn't even think of that. Then you got like a big beefy Mac OS. Have the exact same thing. For some reason, I cannot wrap my goddamn head around offsets. Like every single time I have to draw something with an offset, it just like breaks my brain. So for like the 18th time, I'm getting ChatGPT to explain this to me. So the key insight with Draw Texture Pro is the origin parameter is an offset applied to the destination rect. So it shifts the rect relative to position, rotation, and scaling pivot around it. So to scale from center, origin needs to be half the destination scale dimensions. I see. Half the destination scale dimensions. Dest XY is your anchor point, and origin tells Raylib shift the rect left and up by half its size before drawing. For passing white is the color to Draw Texture Pro instead of call. Whoops. Yep. Good call. Your offset was using base text scale. Needs to be proportional to the current scale. Okay, so why source dot width? So if the origin needs to be half the destination's scale dimensions, why are we using source dot width and source dot height? Hobble into the flat, hell yeah. She's obsessed. I love it. Same math, but I wrote it in a confusing way. Since dest width equals source width times scale, half the destination dimensions. Okay, so let's try this here. Okay, so we'll call this offset. So, how do you guys like the light theme? I was watching Sean Barrett's stream, and he's using he uses like Visual Studio fucking like 6 from like 1995. No LSP, no autocomplete, no syntax highlighting. And at first I was like, look at this fucking crazy old bastard. Still typing code like it's 96. And then I was like, I kept watching the stream and I was like, man, it actually looks really clean. Like without all the syntax highlighting and all the different colors and stuff. I was like, this actually looks really nice. So I got a bunch of different ones. I got, this is the Mac Classic color scheme. Another one I like is just this gray. And the other one I liked was, I think it's GitHub Monochrome Light. It's pretty nice too. But I kind of like this Mac color scheme. I kind of like this Mac Classic. But I can't have light mode on at night. But it is actually nice for streaming because I got this bright ass ring light shining right in my face. It makes it a little bit easier to read. Anyway, okay, so our offset is going to be dest.width divided by 2, dest.height divided by 2. Let's try that. I know you hate it. I knew it. I was like, if someone has a problem with this, it's going to be Nikki. I usually hate it too. But I was watching that stream and I was like, fuck, that does actually look, the code looks nice and clean. That's insane. You love it. We'll see. See if my eyes get tired. I was trying it last night. I tried it out last night. Like it was in the basement. It was like 2 a.m. I'm just like typing code on my little thing, on my little dinger, my little thingy dinger. And I couldn't have light mode on. I couldn't have light mode on there. It was a dinger. Boink. it was like blasting my eyes. I was just like, Jesus Christ. So I had to turn it off. But I think it, honestly, it's just like the high contrast and the lack of syntax highlighting that I kind of liked. Changing it from default takes too much effort. It is a little bit of effort to get it going because you have to, like for NeoVim, you have to edit your, where are we here? You got to go, what is it? .config, NeoVim, Lua, plugins, color scheme. And then you just plug in your, there's a little dark mode for you. And then you plug in your, basically just your, the GitHub repos. So it's actually not that bad. You just open up that file and you plug in their repos. But okay, so this was actually right. It did do that properly. This we want to be call and not white, and then we want well, it was the position, right? That's what it was. So attack effect dot draw. So is this in loot box? I want to say. So position dot x. Text width. What's the best way to? You know what I should do? I should just go to utils. Oops. And let's go. Const expert int. It's gonna be call it middle rect width. I believe that's 176, and then height is 112. And then when we draw, we'll just go, where are we here? Attack effect. So we're gonna go, should we pass? What's the best? Yeah, we should pass. We'll do this const float xx. Const int. So that'll be position dot x plus utils middle rect width divided by 2, and then oops. Okay, and then we will just do, we'll add y offset here. Result of integer division. Right, because that's a float. We just make these floats, I'm sure. Or we just do this static cast. Cast the whole thing to an int. That way we don't lose any precision. Result of, okay, we're still losing precision there. Okay, never mind. We won't do that. Let's see. If I change that to float, no, still integer division. So it's because of this. So let's cast this to float. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just add the Y offset here. And then XXYY. Okay, let's see if that does it. Solo, good to see you. Welcome in. Layrina, welcome in. How are you doing? Everybody follow Layrina. Has your photo shoot happened yet? Is that coming up? The dark mode looks more legit. It looks more like professional. I'm giving the light mode a shot here just for fun, just to switch it up. Lots of languages do have that actually. Like kind of the C style way to do it is you just, instead of this static cast, you would just write, for example, it'd be like position.x plus, and then you would just put float in brackets there. And then you do utils, blah, 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 whatever your integer is. The like modern C++ ways to use static cast. Apparently it's just a little bit more secure. But that's basically what that's doing. It's telling the compiler to treat it like a float instead of an int. Okay, so now that little slime should scale up from the center and be positioned in the center. You're the hacker named 4chan. It was at the weekend. Hell yeah. How was it? Dube washed down with orange juice. Let's go, buddy. Okay, so it's just the offset is wrong. Because it's scaled up by 2, we actually don't have to divide it by 2 here. I think that's the deal. Dinner of Champions, a doobie, and some orange juice, bro. Yeah, you're not lying. Nothing wrong with that. Awesome, it's good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're well as well. How you doing? Interesting, okay. Still too low. Oh, because I did position X both times. That would be why. Zombie, you have a good one too, man. Have a wonderful day. It's fantastic. Previews of pictures look absolutely dope. Hell yeah. Gotta post them on the gram. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, I'm glad it was a good time. There it is. Alrighty. I don't even know if I like that that scale. get rid of this. That all looks good. Scalar. So if there's no scalar, right. So then if we go here, so that's with the scale. This will be without the scale. I'm good. I'm good. It's Monday. It's the weather's nice. Working on a game. Trying to get. I have like a goal for myself to have a certain amount done before this next. There's these Regina game dev meetups I've been going to. So I got a lot of work to do in the next 2 weeks. We're going to be doing lots of this on stream. Like, it might even be better without the scale. It's a little more like abrupt. I think maybe that's better, honestly. But we got that option there if we want it. Let's go to, what was I gonna check? There's something. Oh yeah, let's just make sure nothing broke with the crab. Make sure it didn't fucking break anything. So easy to break shit. Yeah, so my goal, I want to be able to present, like, this is going to be like the encounters in the game, the battle. Clue? Oh, dude, that'd be fun. Be fun to get a crew together and play some Clue. I'd be so down to play some Clue, actually. Yeah, okay, that's sweet. That looks good. Okay, that's all going. That's all good. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do get status. We're gonna say scale lerp added to attack effect. Oh, look at this disgusting color scheme. Which one is this actually? Is this the GitHub one? Yeah, this one actually is nice. Let's get a real man's color scheme going on. That's better. Oh, much better. Oh, man. We had like a Clue game we got in like a cereal box or something when we were kids, and me and my sister played the shit out of that game. Okay, so we did this. I'm just putting asterisks on all my shit for whoopsies. Because it's fun to like delete. When you get a whole bunch of shit done, you delete a bunch of shit all in one go. Okay, so clean up transition between main battle music and end battle music. I'm gonna do this when we change everything to read from music. Right now, there's like speed variables that control like how quickly the notes move and all this kind of thing. But what I need to do is get the position to be actually like the position should read from the music. So I do need to change a little bit of the like movement code and that kind of thing to always read from the music. So we'll do that. That's going to be a little bit bigger. We'll do that a little bit. Every enemy has extra sprites. Right. Okay. This is a good thing. So right now, the game, I think we have this is the crab, right? So the crab has his animation, and then when I hit the notes, there's that little sploop animation. There's the little blood splatter, but then there's the little like I don't know how to explain it. The little like call it a sploop. The little sploop. By his claw. I'm gonna give every enemy in the game is gonna have, so that animation is like a different animation separate from the crab itself. I'm gonna give each enemy one of those. So the one I was thinking for the maggot would be like little music notes that kind of come out and float away as he's singing. Never played Clue? Oh, dude, it's fun. Impact frame? What do you mean? The Knives Out movies are great, hey? I played, or I haven't seen the newest one. I haven't seen Wake Up Dead Man or whatever it's called. The flash when it happens. I have a flash. So I initially had a flash in when you get a hit. It was way too distracting. Or sorry, when you hit the enemy. So like when you actually get a successful one. I had a flash there, but it was kind of this like jarring thing where you're kind of like, oh, you're like sort of like, I don't know. I found it very distracting. So I think it's better to just have it when you miss the note. There's that little like couple frames of a flash there. Because that feels a little bit more like you're getting hit. Okay, so let's go. Every enemy has extra sprites. Right. So let's start this. Let's get a sprite going. I will make some little music note, guys. I think it was 32 by 32. Yep, 32, 32. Here. All right, let's see if we can draw up a little nice little music note. Looks all right. Oops. Kind of like that, or does it look better straight? Oh, for fuck's sake, did I? Oh, no, we're good. You weren't born yet? You lucky son of a bitch. Yeah, actually, I like this. I like how the tail kind of comes down. So let's try something more like that. Does it go straight up? Yeah, straight up. We'll go here. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. And then we'll go. Kind of like that. And then this kind of a thing. There we go. That looks like a music note to me. Can shift it to the left a little bit, I think. Go there. Oops. or actually, you know what? I can just move it over. Go here. So I'll move. I think I saved it in a sprite music node.png to sprites. Okay. Okay, we got texture 2D sploop, texture 2D, whoops, texture 2D. Oh my fucking god, man. Having a stroke over here. Texture 2D. Music note. Okay, and we will do an assert. To make sure it loads, and then unload it. Okie dokie. Okay, so now what I'm gonna have to do, because every object is going to or every enemy is going to have a different, it's going to have they're going to have different animations with different behavior, which means we're going to have to make some sort of base class, and then the other ones are going to have to inherit from it. We're going to have to do a little polymorphism. Looks like dog shit. How dare you? You son of a bitch. Yeah, exactly. What do you have? You have no fucking understanding of history before yourself. Steve Martin is ace. Banjo and juggling acts are both great. Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's like a renaissance man. I love that. He's like an actor and a stand-up comedian and a musician and just a really creative guy. I like that. Everything that came out before you're born is always better than everything after. Yeah, pretty much, man. You two are a stand-up comedian. Girls laugh at me when I approach them. Hey, well, if that makes you a comedian. Hey, what is it when they scream and run away? What's it called when they puke? When you approach them and they just vomit uncontrollably. Does that make me a doctor? Faster with the chloroform. Ah, fuck. I always forget. It's just tough because you got to get the bottle out of your ass, right? That takes time sometimes. Okay, so let's do this. What should we call this class? I don't think I've made it yet. Whoops. Let me just see. I was going to call it extra images or something like that. Extra animations. Okay, I haven't made it yet. So let's call these, what should we call them? What are they going to be? They're going to be, I mean, I wonder if I could, no, maybe, no. They're going to contain animated sprites, but they're going to have their own behavior. Call them, man, naming stuff is hard sometimes. Let's ask ChatGPT. Need to make a base class that I'll call it base class of extra animations that each enemy will have. They're all going to be somewhat different, so I'll need a base class and polymorphism. Trying to think of a name for this class. They'll basically be extra animated sprites. They'll have their own behavior. Like a movement pattern or an animation speed, etc. Extra images, but they're not really images in the Raylib sense. They vomit, I'm halfway there. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Adornment, flourish, appendage, auxiliary, aug sprite. That one's not okay. Adornment or flourish. Shut up, ChatGPT. I'm not going to call it a goddamn adornment. Accoutrement. I'm not going to call a class accoutrement. I'm going to call it extra. You know what? I am going to call it fucking accoutrement. Suck my balls. How do you spell accoutrement? Accoutrement. That's the stupidest name for anything ever. I love it. Okay, so this is going to be a class accoutrement. So it's going to be a virtual class. So basically it's just everything is going to override it. So we're going to have public, or everything that uses it is going to be going to have it overridden. So we're going to want to, I don't think it'll need a constructor. It will need it. I think you do need a destructor for virtual classes. And then do I have to mark this as virtual? I can't remember. And then we're going to have, it's going to be virtual update. Whoops, virtual void update. And then we're going to have virtual void draw, and that can be const. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Turd one, Hank. Oh, that was a nice neck crack. Turd one. All right. So now let's see here. Let's go to our, before I do anything else, let me go here. Okay, so I believe it's happening right now in the middle battle rect extra sprites. Middle battle rect here. Right, I actually didn't want to. I liked how it looked without that. Okay, extra sprites. So right now we're just extra sprites, and then we return. Oh, right. So we are gonna want a should delete on the accoutrement. So let's go back here. And then we'll have protected. Or do we need? You know what? I think we could just do a function. We should be able to just do virtual bool should delete. That can also be const. Karen's good to see you, bro. Welcome in. How you doing? This disgusting old bastard. I love it. How's your weekend, Karenzy? You're not hurt? Let's go, buddy. Fuck yeah, man. Proud of you, bro. You get some new cleats? Were you rocking some new cleats at this game? I can't remember. Dude, that's awesome. And how'd you guys do? How was it? Hell yeah, Karen Z. It's good to see you, dude. Good to see everybody, man. It's a good day today. God, I just love working on fucking shit, man. Happy as a clam, sitting here in my little office, typing on my little computer, chatting with all my friends in my element. It's the best. Okay, so let's I'm still new to like polymorphism here with this kind of shit. So we're gonna see how this goes. So then we're gonna need another class. We'll call it crab accoutrement. And we're gonna need to import or include accoutrement. And then we're going to say class crab accoutrement. It's going to inherit the public interface of accoutrement. Absolutely rocking new cleats. Had to switch out mid-game. 0-0. Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Feeling great. Nikki filled you with barbecue wings and garlic mushrooms. Oh my God. That sounds amazing. Okay, so what we need to do then is we're going to have our own constructor. So we'll just go crab accoutrement. I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll leave it blank for now. That's going to be our constructor. And then we're going to have, so void update DT override. Oops. I think. Draw. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is mark these pure virtual. So we got to do equals 0. And then do I do that with this one as well? I can't remember. This one, I don't think I want to mark pure virtual, but I honestly can't remember. So then that would be void draw const override. And then void should delete, which will also be an override. Oh, oops. Oh, it should be bool. Okay, and then for these crab ones, oh, this should all be public. Jesus. There we go. Holy Lord. Some days it's like I'm having a goddamn stroke. Okay, so then so for our crab accoutrement, right now I'm pretty sure all it is just some animated sprites that we just call update on. So we're just gonna need a vector of animated sprites. Gotta include vector. And we gotta include animated sprite. Kevin, what's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. It's pretty good, honestly. I was saying the back's starting to feel a little bit better. It's honestly been nice being home for a little bit and just being with the girls and working on games and stuff. Yeah, life's pretty good, man. How about you? How are you doing? I think my back's getting better. I've been working with this new trainer and he's really good. So I think hopefully I'll be rolling again, even if it's just like once a week. We're still a little choppy, hey? So that is another project for me, is get Linux going on the beefy Windows. I might have to start streaming from that one, just because the choppiness is driving me nuts. Still do all my deving on the Mac. Hell yeah, Kevin, good to see you, dude. Moist? Somebody say moist? You know what? I'm going to go make another cup of coffee. And then we're going to keep going. Busy as fuck. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got the new gym. That's right, man. Tractor business. You got a tractor business too? Jesus, dude. Competed in 2 weeks in Denver. Moister than an oyster. Dude, that's awesome, man. How's the new gym? I'm going to go make another cup of coffee, but I want you to type it all into the chat. I want to hear about it all. That's so sick, man. Okay, we'll be back. Let me just get freeform going here. Okay, we will be RB. Check, check, check. All right, we're back. We are freaking back. Royal blue mats with gray wall pads with logo. Yeah, I just saw your the video you sent me. It looks fucking dope, dude. Jim's doing good. Got mats ordered. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Next time I'm around, you'll have to excuse me. You have to bring me on a tour. 1.1K in mats. Fuck, they're so expensive, hey? I bought some of those Dollar roll-up mats for touring right before I got hurt. Perfect timing. And those were like fucking like $500 or something for 2 roll-out mats. Okay, so let's get back to it here. Let's hawk to it. Inside another big workout gym. Damn, dude. Yeah, mats, they're so expensive. They do last, though. Oh, God, I love coffee. Okay. So we're going to have our vector of sprites. Let's go here. Let's go. So now we need, this is the .h file, right? So we'll go crab accoutrement.cpp. Crab accoutrement.h. We're going to need animated sprite.h, and we're going to need vector. And then, so we are going to want, so how was I doing this here? Extra sprites. So in our actual, what function is this here? Right, so we set the crab animation, and then we add our 1 extra sprite there. So the best way to do this would probably be, it'd be nice if all of this logic was just encapsulated. And then we could just go accoutrement.add, and then we pass in an X and Y. That's probably the way to do it. Now, I got to think about this. Because middle battle rect right now has a vector of animated. You know what? I don't think we're going to want it to be a vector. The middle battle rect should still own the vector. It'll decide when the things get added. And then the accoutrement will actually just be the one image. So instead of a vector, it's actually going to just be, we're just going to have a single animated sprite. We'll just call it sprite. Okay, so that means we're going to have to pass in resources, I think. Yeah. So we'll go here. So we're going to want X, Y, and resources in our constructor. We call it update on the animated sprite. Okay. All right, so crab accoutrement. Constructor is going to take X, Y, and a reference to resources. Hold up. So then sprite be X, Y, and then it's going to be, so our texture 2D is an address. So we're going to want this. It'll be resources.sploop. I think that's all you need for, oh yeah, and then the vector of animations, which I probably have up here somewhere. Sploop anims. Where's that coming from? Here we go. Let's take that and we'll go to, where are we here? We can just do this static const vector sploop anims, because animated sprite needs a vector of animations. We got to make a vector even though it's just going to be one. So we'll just go animation and then 0, 7.04 32 32, call it default, does not loop, does not follow the music. What's the deal here? What doesn't it like? It's complaining about something here. Unexpected. Oh yeah, okay, we don't need that. Expected that after top level. Here we go. What's the problem here? Expected this after top level deck. Oh, here maybe? Is that the problem? Yes. Okay, and then we'll go, so then we'll build this animation. Or wait, sprite is gonna be animated sprite. Here we go. So then we're gonna give it X, Y, it'll be resources.sploop. It'll be sploop anims for the vector, and then our scale. And I think I have a utils base text scale. Okay. Then we'll go crab accoutrement. Update. And then, so this is basically just going to be, it's just going to update our sprite. All right, so I got to pass music time and seconds per beat, float music time, because animated sprite expects that. Non-virtual member function marked override hides virtual member function. Non-virtual. Oh, because the accoutrement, right. Accoutrement needs this. Float music time and float seconds per beat. There we go. That should stop that from bitching. Okay. And we don't actually need, well, actually, yeah, we do. We got to pass music time and seconds per beat. Okay. That's easy. Our next one is void crab accoutrement draw. And then we're just going to call draw on the sprite. So it'll be sprite.draw. Oh, we do need y offset, which means we're going to need that in here. And then we'll need it in here. And then we need it here. Okay, pass y offset there. That should be good. And then the last one is just going to be our, what is it, should delete. Okay, and then that's just going to be return sprite.isFinished. So if the sprite is finished, we should delete. I think that's it. 20 years of marriage on Thursday. Holy fuck. How's my pet boa constrictor? What's your vector, Victor? I was over Unger and Unger was overdone. Inside a old Gold's gym, privately owned. Dude, that's fucking sick, man. Golds are always nice. We had two Gold's gyms here, and then they got bought out by Evolution Fitness or something. I don't know if that's just a Canada thing. After 20 years of metal of some sort. My wife's gonna need that, dude. I think this year is 5 years of marriage for us. Yeah, this summer. It's 5 years. It'll be 14 years together, 5 years of marriage. World Gyms. Which one's that? I feel like I know that one too. They were kind of like Golds, right? Like they were like just a nice chain of nice. Oh yeah. I've worked out at a couple World Gyms. You know, there's something to be said for like a dingy local gym that's just called like fucking Bob's or whatever, and it's like kind of gross and it's got old machines from the 80s in there. There's a certain charm to those. I do like working out at those, but it is also nice to go to like a Gold's or like a gym like this with everything just clean and state of the art. Jim's gym, yeah, exactly. 5 years already, can you believe it? Yeah, we were COVID 2021, we got married. With True Fit, yeah, ours were shut down. They got replaced with this Evolution. I think it's called Evolution Fitness. More like Evolution Shitness. I've never actually been. They might be fine gyms. I haven't been since they changed to Evolution. I go to Good Life, which is a Canadian chain. They're actually really nice too and affordable. Home garage gym, yeah, home garage gym is nice. I have a bit of a basement gym setup too. I got a bench and a little rack, but I haven't been doing any bench or squats or anything. I've just been doing my physio shit. Speaking of which, actually, I haven't even been to the gym in like 4 months. Like my actual gym I go to. I should cancel my membership. Nice rack, thank you. 10 years in September, dude, that's awesome. Only one person in the gym, the janitor, dude, that's the best. Yeah, I always try and anytime we're playing in the basement, I always try and get her to do some bench press. She never wants to. Like, Sadie, you want to bench press? Like, no, it's too scary. Like, it's not scary. I'll spot you. No, I don't want to. Someday I'm going to get her to bench press. We got her a little gymnastics bar. So it's like maybe this high. And we hung some, I had some rings. We hang the rings on it. And she does like, she can do like a skin the cat or whatever. She needs a little bit of help, but like she can hang there and then she brings her feet up and then I help her get her feet kind of over her head and then she can do the rest of it. Make her do deads. Yeah, I should. Deads, squats. Got to do the big 4. Overhead press, squat, dead, bench. Yeah, she'll be good, I think. She's tiny though. That'll be her biggest struggle. Her and Eden are both small for their age. All right, back to her. Okay, so okay, so now here's where this polymorphism shit comes into play that I don't really, I'm still learning about. So now in Metal Battle Wrecked, what we're going to do is this. Instead of having extra sprites, we are going to include accoutrement. And then we're going to have... Oh, now what the hell is it going to be? Is it going to be a vector of unique pointers? Make her legs look like Chun-Li. Hell yeah. Yeah, she's got some toys, like some toy weights. I don't think they're just plastic, like, but they're little like barbells, and I think she's got or little dumbbells. I think she's got a little kettlebell. The dumbbell rattle? No, what's this? Oh, or like a baby rattle. Oh, that's fucking awesome. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, I actually have to ask ChatGPT again here. I'm going to have to use polymorphism for these objects. There will be, say the owning object will have a vector of these accoutrements. I ended up calling them accoutrement. Will the owning object have a standard vector of unique pointers? Get a shake weight. Yeah, hell yeah. Baby gains. This one was called Baby Biceps or something, I think. I think Anna just found it at like a thrift store. But it was like, yeah, like it's like a little gym bag and it's got a little kettlebell and a couple little plastic dumbbells in there. It's so cute. Okay, so yes, that's the standard pattern for runtime polymorphism with owned objects. Vector of unique pointers of accoutrement. You need the interaction because a vector would slice your derived objects down to the base. Unique pointer gives you polymorphic behavior while keeping clear ownership semantics. The enemy owns its accoutrement. They die with it. No shared ownership needed. To populate it, you use make unique. So we go push back and then make unique, which makes a unique pointer. Blah, 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 blah. Floating orb, trailing wisp. So make unique is essentially a constructor for a unique pointer, right? Raw pointer equivalent would just be doing something like accoutrement.pushback. What would it be if it was a raw pointer? Just be that? No, that would be dereference. I'm not actually sure. Sneeze here. Jesus Christ. Oh, milkers. Oh, baby. Baby Bell. Yeah. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. So then would it be, it'd be like this, trailing, what was it? Wisp. Is that right? I'm kind of just trying to wrap my head around these unique pointers here. Close and spear, but that specific example is actually dangerous, and trailing wisp takes the address of a temporary which dies immediately, leaving you with a dangling pointer. Oh, right, it would be new. New allocates on the heap, which is exactly what make unique does under the hood. Just wraps that pointer in unique pointers so the memory is automatically. Right, okay. All right, so unique pointer is just a safer way of using new and allocating on the heap. It just handles destruction for you, question mark. Also, I made a virtual destructor in my base accoutrement class. Do I need to add equals 0 to that? Do I need to define it in my subclasses? The whole like polymorphism pointers thing is still kind of unique. Pointer essentially just heap allocation with automatic cleanup. That's the core of it. On the destructor question equals 0, you can make a destructor pure virtual, but you almost never want to. Unlike other pure virtual functions, a pure virtual destructor still must have a definition because destructors chain. The derived destructor always calls the base one. It's an obscure pattern whose only use is forcing a class to be abstract when you have no other pure virtual methods. Just leave it as a regular virtual destructor. Okay. You don't need to define a destructor in derived classes unless they have their own resources to clean up. The compiler generates a default one that correctly chains up to the base destructor. So if Trailing Wisp just owns some animated sprite members that clean themselves up, you don't need to write anything. The virtual on the base is the important one. It ensures that when unique pointer destroys a Trailing Wisp through an accoutrement, it calls Trailing Wisp's destructor rather than just the base one. Okay. So just leaving it like this is the right call. So just trying to rubber band around your toe till it falls off like you do to cattle balls. You still need a definition somewhere, either in the .cpp or just use equals default right in the header, which is cleaner. All right, okay. Toe jam. Do you have any appointments coming up for that goddamn toe of yours there? Okay, we got all kinds of errors there, but we'll fix those in a sec. Okay, so then okay, so our middle battle rect is instead it's going to hold a standard vector of unique pointers of type accoutrement. Use of undeclared identifier unique pointer. Oh yeah, standard unique pointer, of course. Of course. I gotta say, I like this fucking light mode. But maybe it is just because when I'm coding on stream, I got this bright fucking light shining in my head. I like that old school look of it. May 22nd? Damn, that's a little ways away, man. Tono. I know Nikki loves the white mode. I'm doing it for you, Nikki, just FYI. I've also been kind of like learning how I like to format my shit. So I've sort of been slowly readjusting all the formatting here. Okay, so then our accoutrements. Okay, so we'll not worry about the maggot for now. So we're going to say for the crab, so it'll be if accoutrement dot size is less than 1, then we will go accoutrement. Then was it push back and then make unique, right? Standard make unique. And then we call the constructor arguments. Is that right? Accoutrement to push back, make unique. Right, so then make unique, we need the type. So it would be crab accoutrement. And then we're going to call those constructor arguments. So we're going to need to include crab accoutrement. And then what did our crab accoutrement? It needed an X, a Y, and resources. So basically same thing that I was passing. So it'd be claw X, claw Y, and then what does that need? A reference to resources, const reference to resources. Middle battle rect holds on to, what is resources? It's a pointer. And I need a reference. So do I pass in? I think I want to dereference, right? So I want to go here, resources. Is that right? We're going to find out. That might be wrong. Okay, where are the other errors? Here. So we'll get rid of this. And we'll say for auto, const auto. For each accoutrement, it'll be draw y offset. Okay, and then same thing here. We'll go const auto reference each accoutrement in our accoutrement. We will go accoutrement because it's a pointer. We use pointer syntax update. We got to pass DT music time seconds per beat. And we won't worry about erasing for now. Let's just see if this works. This is one of those weird things where like you do all this fucking work and pissing around, and then you're like, okay, now nothing should have changed. So we'll just see if we broke it. Actually, I think the maggot is still the active one, right? I'm gonna have to reset it. What time is it? I got a little bit. Linker command failed, right? We need to add, I gotta do a couple things here. So let's open the make file. We're gonna add crab accoutrement.cpp in the make file. And then in our game, oh no, crab is right. That's good. Okay. Make it again. You're welcome, Nikki. Not too far from leaving on its own accord. Damn. All right, let's see if these fuckers still draw here. Okay, so it's constantly adding one at the one spot. Okay, so then let's go to, is this .cpp? Yes, it is. Where's that erase if? We'll go down here. Okay, so then it's going to be accoutrement is the thing that we're looking for. We don't need any variables from outside access. And then this is going to start our loop. So it'll be const accoutrement. Boom. And then it'll be return acc is finished. All right. I'm doing something wrong here. No member named is finished in accoutrement. Did we not add an is or should delete? That's what it is. Member reference type const accoutrement is not a pointer. No matching function call for object of type lambda. Is not a pointer. Interesting. Okay, we gotta ask our man Claude. The update and draw worked fine. But I'm trying to use standard erase if and getting this error. Whoops. And then also this one. Already played a barbecue pork belly. Fuck. Oh man, I want some food. Your lambda parameter type is wrong since the vector holds unique pointer accoutrement. That's what the lambda receives. So unique pointer. Okay, interesting. Why don't we? Why don't we need to define ACK as unique pointer in the update, for example? Auto deduces the type for you. It looks at the vector's element type and figures out that ACK is works fine. In the lambda, the parameter type isn't deduced from the vector. You have to tell it explicitly, though you could also just use auto there too. Let's try that. Const auto ACK. There we go. Okay, now let's see what happens. Accoutrement. Yeah. It you ever see that RV guy? It was like one of the angry RV guy. What the hell was it called? It's like one of the earliest, not one of the earliest, but it was an early YouTube viral video. He's like, accoutrement, what the fuck is that shit? And then they made a documentary on him. What the hell is he called? RV guy? Winnebago Man. That was the video.
The Winnebago Concepts and Engineering Departments have developed a multifunctional bathroom. Privacy, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I wonder what the fuck the real dialogue is. What the fuck is this thing? All of the windshield, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I say? That didn't sound for shit, did it? Trying to give these guys everything they can get to me. That's it. Fuck it. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. We suppose we open...
This guy's my fucking spirit animal.
Gotta do it again, right now.
240p, that's
fuck.
the quality.
Fuck.
Don't slam the fucking door.
Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you? Will you do me a kindness?
Leave.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to come back.
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more.
No more. John Benjamin has a van? I don't even know what that is.
Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be very uncomfortable for everybody. Want anybody yelling? We get anybody yelling around here anymore today, and then the shit is going to hit the fan. And they fit the needs of a very diverse buyer segment. Why can't I remember? I wrote this stuff. Why
I never
can't
really watched
it?
Bob's Burgers.
Why don't I say it fucking right?
I've heard it's great, though.
What does the goddamn line say, Tony? What is the goddamn line? I don't give a shit what the line is.
Yeah.
I fucked up the word rear. I can't even read the fucking VO straight. What the fuck was that? We got flies all over the fucking place. Son of a bitch. Get out of here, you fucking flies. There's a fly over the headlight, Tony. We got flies coming for us. Fuck. Fuck out of here, you flies. We got 3 flies, 5 flies. And if you will, make sure, if you will, we don't have that fly on the left side, on the passenger side.
H. John Benjamin.
We don't have that in frame, but make sure we don't have any flies here. And we don't have any flies. Here we go. Get out of here, you goddamn jackass. I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning. God, I can't fucking make my mind work. Tony, give me a towel for just a minute, please. That... I'm blinded by that fucking hot light. Goddamn son of a bitch! What do you mean I'm gonna fall off the fucking thing? Fuck. Just keep running. Bullshit. I'm gonna slate this fucker. All right, I haven't got time to mark this motherfucker. Here we go again. We can't hear anybody. Nobody can talk to anybody.
Still speeding.
Well, turn the fucking thing off.
I never really watched
Dumbass.
Archer either.
Man, I'd like to kick your fucking head in. Meet innovation. Money. Fuck. Not even funny anymore.
It's
Son
got
of a bitch.
what's her name from
Christ.
Arrested Development in it, right?
Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Fuck off! What the hell's the line? Shit! What the fuck is it? Can't remember the goddamn line. The accoutrement that you will need. Accoutrement? What is that shit? I don't know, shit. It's just
There it is.
all gone. I get so goddamn diuretic when I sit here, and my mouth just never stops.
Accoutrement, what is that shit?
Not this shit. It ain't fucking worth it. The Mini Winnie, part of American tradition, and today on the cutting edge of design and function in a Class C motor home. Do you believe any of that shit?
That video went viral, and then they like tracked the guy down. Whoever they is. Some documentary filmmakers tracked the guy down and made a documentary about him. Me and my buddies in university, man, we quoted that shit all the time. Anyway, that's why we got Accoutrement. Gotta check out the album. So he made a jazz album where he plays piano but doesn't know how to. I don't get it. So did he make the album, or did he just pay some guys to make the album? Taking its time. Hell yeah. Okay, so we got this. We did recompile, I think. Okay, let's see here. Okay, seems like it's only adding one on the left side. So let's see here. Should be able to get rid of that. Oh, here we go. Copy that, put it up here. Recompile. What time are we at here? We'll go for another 10 minutes or so, and then I gotta run. He paid jazz players to play in his band, but he himself doesn't know how to play the piano. So, oh, I see. Okay. That sounds amazing. All right. Okay, we're back, baby. Okay, perfect. So we'll do an ad. So we'll go accoutrement class, implementation in middle battle rect. And also we did the music note art. Okay. So now, Jesus. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a maggot accoutrement class. We're going to include accoutrement. Class maggot accoutrement. Okay, so then let's open up our crab accoutrement. Just see how we defined all this shit. So we'll have maggot accoutrement, which is also going to take X, Y, and resources. Which means we're going to need resources. What is it missing? Missing return type. Missing return type. Did you mean the constructor name? Yeah, I did mean the constructor name. What did I do? Oh, Magoot. That would be your I. Okay. Then we'll have our update, which is going to take DT, music time, and seconds per beat. That's going to be an override. We're going to have our draw, which is going to take Y offset. It's going to be const override. And then we're going to have our should delete. Which will also be const override. Only virtual member functions. Oh, right. We got to go public accoutrement. There we go. And this one, I don't even think the sprite's going to be animated. We might want to change this to an animated sprite at some point. But for now, we'll just do texture 2D. And we'll make it a pointer. It should be const. We'll just call it texture. Okay, and then, yeah, we'll just do to do, make this animated sprite, question mark. Okay, and then we'll make maggot accoutrement.cpp. So we'll have maggot accoutrement constructor. It's going to take X, Y, and resources. Texture is going to be pointer, so it'll be address of resources dot music note. Okay, and then we'll have our maggot accoutrement update. Music time, seconds per beat. So this one, what we want it to do is kind of go like, I kind of want it to just sort of like float back and forth and move up. So this one's actually going to have a couple more values here. So we'll have a float, or wait. We could make them static. We'll go static const x per float, and we'll call it y speed or x speed, or wait. How should we do this? We'll do, yeah, we'll call it, we'll use a sine wave. So we'll go x speed, Jesus fuck, equals, I don't know, 100. We'll do the same for y. Oops. Okie dokie. Who do we got there? Scythe in the mind? What the fuck? How the hell do I... Sick in the mind. Took me a second there. Welcome in, Sick in the mind. How you doing? Accoutrement murder has been achieved. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, it's 2:05. I gotta roll pretty quick here. Let's just see what we can make happen. Yeah, we're getting real close. Okie dokie. So then, okay, so we're gonna want it to, for now, let's just do this. Let's just say, so you know what? It actually is also gonna need a position. So we'll give it a vector 2 position. And we're going to want to include raylib. And then position. Oh shit, we're getting raided. Hameta, what is happening? Hameta, holy shit. Ham crew, welcome in. Uh-oh. My alert is on. Hold up. There we go. Oh, I just realized my overlays weren't even on that whole fucking time. Ham crew, welcome in. Hameta raiding with 22. Welcome in, everybody. We got, who do we got here? We got Rick. Welcome in, Rick. Welcome in, Sebastian. Hameta, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on in. How's the video game music going? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about you the other day. Got there in the end. Hell yeah. Welcome on in, everybody. My name's Colton. We're going for just like another 10 minutes here. I'm a little bit choppy today. Apologize for that. Working on a rhythm game. I can show you what we got going on right now. Here, let me just pause. Whoops. Pause that for a sec. So it's going to be like a top-down adventure game, kind of Zelda Pokemon style thing, but with like the encounters. So you'll kind of be walking around, you'll get a random encounter, but instead of it being like turn-based combat, it's going to be rhythm-based combat. Going really well. One theme nearly done. Hell yeah. I was thinking about little old you, yeah, because it's such a cool fucking thing that you got going on. Yeah, it's wicked. I'm stoked for you. So here's like the encounters. So we're working on a couple of enemies. So the basic idea is the notes come down the lane. You got to hit the right input with the right timing. Right now we're just adding some little extra animations. There's that little kind of sploopy guy there. The pelts are sort of the currency in the game. So if you win, you drop a pelt. If you lose, I was working on the lose condition. So if we miss a bunch of them. Oh shit, stuck in the ads. It's very rough. There's lots to fix here still, but boom, you get the attack. And then however many notes you missed is the like amount of damage that you're going to take. Yeah, they pay for college, baby. So yeah, so that's what we're working on. So anyways, I'm adding like some little extra animations to the battle scene right now. So that's what we're working on. Hameta, thank you so much for the raid. And raiders who are in here, we're only going to go for about 5 more minutes because I got an appointment right away. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Hameta. I really appreciate that. I hope that project is going well. So then we're going to do a couple static casters here. Static cast float X. Static cast float Y. And then, right, we wanted the little music notes to just sort of, we'll just get them to float upwards. So we'll just go, So an update position dot y minus equals y speed times dt. Okay, and then we want to do maggot accoutrement dot draw takes y offset. Jesus Christ, there we go. And then we're just going to draw texture. And we want the actual texture, so we dereference texture. Position.x, position.y, and color it white. Out of line definition does not match any definition in maggot accoutrement. Float y offset. What's the problem here? Takes a float y offset. Out of line definition draw does not match any declaration. Do I have a little typo somewhere maybe? Oh, const. That's what it is. There we go. Okay, so now let's just see if I go to our middle battle rect. Okay, so now go to our maggot here. Okay, so now let's just see if we can make one. We can just make, let's just see if we can make. So we would go accoutrement. How did we do this with the crab? Push back, and then we use a unique pointer of the type. Right, so we're going to need maggot accoutrement. We'll go up here. Okay, and then we're going to use make unique to make a unique pointer, and then oh yeah, the type is going to be maggot accoutrement, and then we call the constructor arguments here. So for the crab, let's just go does this bastard have a middle battle rect? Has a rect. So let's just do this. We'll go rect.x, rect.y. Oh, and then fuck, I always forget here. Right, oh shit. What did I just do? Fuck. I think we're good. So then dereference resources, I believe, right? No member named Y in moving rect. Oh. Okay, so now I think what's going to happen if we did this properly. Let's switch to the maggot now. Where are we here? I don't think it'll be positioned properly, but we should see a little music note come up on one of those notes. You find someone who can throat sing. I honestly might actually have someone that I could put you in touch with. Send me a message on Instagram. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay. Not working, but I gotta leave. I will debug this later. We'll go here. We'll go commit. Maggot accoutrement class. Need to debug in middle battle wrecked. Fuck yeah. All right. We're going to find somebody to raid real quick. I got to run. Thank you very much. Ooh, yeah, she's getting choppy. One of these days here, I'm going to figure out how to get this same dev setup going on the other machine, and then we'll... good old-fashioned boy who lives in the woods and hates tech. Yeah, so I know the label that we're on, there's a couple, like, indigenous artists who do some throat singing. So I could put you in touch. But yeah, just send me a message. Thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow evening, 6. I might go and I might push the Tuesday, Thursday an hour earlier, just so I can help Anna get the girls ready for bed. She's been doing it by herself on those days. So it might be an hour earlier tomorrow, just FYI, 6 p.m. my time. But I will tag the Discord when we go live. Let's find somebody to raid here real quick, and then I gotta bounce. Awesome. Is Nikki Kestelos, Anti-Ladane, Hameta. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Freezing, Sebastian. Anybody I'm missing in the chat, thank you very much. I got a skedaddle. I got a skedaddly here. Who do we got? New Jank is on. We're gonna raid New Jank. He's the man. I like this guy a lot. His games look really cool. Yes. Yeah, message me later. Like, it'll be late if that's cool. Like, late for me. Like 10:30 for me. If that's okay. But we could hop on and blast him for an hour or two. Alrighty, we're gonna raid New Jank. Thank you very much, everybody. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.